Hey, good to see you. Okay, who's starting?
Who were you voicing Batman this time? The R rating?
With the R rating. Well, it gives me more room to explore things I hadn't explored before. And to be honest with you, when we were recording it, I looked at the script and I thought, there's no way this is going to stay the way it is. They're going to have to change this somewhere along the line. And they said, well, just go with it. We're just going to record this and we'll work it out. And then I found out later on what they worked out was the rating. They kept everything we did. And they decided, look, this isn't for kids. This is going to be for adults.
What makes Mark Hamill such a compelling choice for the Joker, especially in his
Mark, the wonderful thing about Mark is he is a stage actor, and there's a difference about people whose background is in the stage. You know to approach a character from the inside out. You really have to inhabit the character on a stage. And he approaches Joker not as a funny voice or a crazy voice. He really gets at him from the inside. He approaches him from the inside. And I wish you could see him behind the mic because he becomes that character. He devours the microphone. I mean, his whole face transforms. It's a wonderful thing to watch. And I've always approached Batman from that same perspective. To me, it's not just a dark, broody sound. It's everything that happened to him as a child. It's all of that pain. That's what you've got to hear in his voice. That's where that sound comes from. And so we really have an appreciation for each other, the way each other works. And I think we bring the best out in each other. I really do. I've always felt that way.
Did you guys record together in the studio?
No, this is the first time we haven't. It's the first time we haven't because of Star Wars. But I knew, having worked with him for so many years, what he would do with it. And I knew he'd knock it out of the ballpark, and he did.
Since you've voiced Batman in so many different continuities with the character, do you alter your approach at all, depending on the tone or the story?
No, the trick to me has been not to alter it, is to be consistent. The fans of this show, this character, are so passionate. They're the most amazing fans of any character, I think. They would know in a second if I was not being genuine. And you have to go 100%. You cannot do anything less than 100% when you're doing Batman because they just won't buy it. They just won't buy it.
Do you?
You know, it really is. He's such a cool character. I get asked sometimes, what other superhero do you want to play? I go, what other superhero is there? When you start, with the Maserati, where do you go? There's no other car. He is the most complicated, the most twisted, the darkest, wonderful, good character. I mean, he's not this square-jawed, Superman, clean-cut, boring character. He's complicated, and that makes him so much fun to play. I'm so lucky.
Did you like the Netflix?
Yes, I did. I was rooting for him. I know there was a lot of online vitriol, and I was saying, give this guy a break. He's a wonderful actor. Let's see what he does with it. I think he did a good job.
So how do you think fans are going to react to The Killing Joke?
I think they're going to literally go crazy for it. I think they're going to love it. I think it's been a long time since a really wonderful animated movie of Batman.
So were you aware?
And it's long overdue.
Were you aware of the story?
I wasn't, to be honest. I'm not as much of a comic book maven as Mark is, or Bruce Timm, or any of these, Paul Dini. I've always had to sort of catch up in that sense, because just as a kid, I just wasn't as exposed to comic books.
So when you're making the original series in the 90s, did Mark ever bring up the stories?
he would go on and on about all kinds of stuff, and I would stop listening after a while, to be honest. Have you ever actually talked to Mark or interviewed him? I mean, you can't get him to shut up. Once he starts, it's wonderful. I mean, but he just goes. Doing a panel with him is brutal because you're fighting to get any, space to say anything. He's got so much information. He's so animated, and I'm being told to get out of here. So anyway, I love Mark. I'm so happy to be working with him.
Thank you, Kevin.
Thanks. Take care.